Hi, it's Megan from Rooted and Vibrant. Nice to speak with you today on this lovely Thursday. I'm just checking in with you to see how you're doing. I've met a lot of new people this past week, doing a couple of talks around town, having my launch picnic, and I just wanted to touch base and say hi. Thanks for joining my community, and I hope you find value here. I wanted to talk about a movie that's coming out, and it's called Kidding. It's a new movie with Jim Carrey in it. And it's more of a serious movie. I think it seems really interesting because Jim Carrey's been out of the spotlight for a number of years, kind of doing his own artwork out of his home, sculpting and painting and sketching and all that kind of stuff. He hasn't really been in movies lately. But I'm not sure why he chose this particular movie, but it looks really interesting. It's almost like a Mr. Rogers character. And the whole premise of the movie seems to be that on screen he has this persona of a perfect, gentle, kind-souled person, and all at the same time his family life seems to be falling apart in reality of this man's family life. So he's struggling to maintain that level of perfection and just the perception that the audience has of him while he's trying to hold it together while his family's basically just in shambles. And he can't really be himself in those moments because he has to be a certain way. And I think this is a really interesting concept because it happens to all of us. In the workplace, everyone called me Megan, had to be really respectful. I worked in a clinical setting at a hospital. I was professional, and then when I get home, I like to joke around. Everybody calls me Meg, and I'm a little bit different. So everybody has these different personas depending on what portion of your life you're in. And it must be really challenging when you're in the public spotlight, like the character in the movie Kidding, where people expect a certain thing of you all the time. You can't just go home and turn it off. You have to always be on. And I think that's exhausting. So I want you to take a moment and kind of acknowledge the different facets of your own personality. And maybe give yourself permission to let your true colors show through. Now, this doesn't mean necessarily being vulgar or rude or provocative or anything like that, but it means sharing your personal thoughts and opinions about things and taking the courage to step up when something's wrong and you disagree with it. So really living from a values-based perspective where you're true to yourself, you're true to your values, and you stick up for those values. So that's all from me today. Please, I'd love to hear about all these different facets of your life. Reply to my email, and I would love to hear from you, and I will send you a note back if you do. Thanks very much. Bye.